One of the most important things you can do for your immune system during the cold and flu season is to optimize your vitamin D levels. Now, it's almost standard of care for everyone to have their vitamin D levels checked at their doctor's office. So most of you guys will have this on your most recent blood work. You can go and look for what your vitamin D number is. Later on in the video, I'll tell you what the optimal range is. The lab reference range is from 30 to 100, but there's some research and some evidence that points to where it should be to be optimized. Now, there's been some studies over the last couple years with COVID patients, and the University of Chicago, they found that the people that were in critical care and moved on to ventilators, that 80% of those patients had a deficient vitamin D level. There was an Israeli study that found that out of their patients in the hospital with COVID, that if they were deficient in vitamin D, that they were 14 times more likely to advance to critical and severe care units. And lastly, German researchers found when they looked at their patients in their hospitals, their COVID patients, they found that if you had a vitamin D level of above 30, you had a lower mortality rate. But if you had a vitamin D level over 50, there was a 0 mortality rate associated with it. So after looking through all the research, it looks like the optimum vitamin D level is certainly over 50, but it's closer to 70. So we recommend in our office that you have your vitamin D levels around 70 nanograms per milliliter. And you should check it twice a year. So definitely in the winter, that's when it's going to be the lowest. So have it checked in the winter or going into the winter, the cold and flu season. And then you can check it again in the summer because your requirements for vitamin D may not be as much because you're outside in the sun, depending on where you live and what you do. Now, if your doctor doesn't check your vitamin D at your routine blood work, you can contact our office and we'll tell you how you can get your vitamin D levels checked. Thank you guys. I hope that helps.